Alrighty, guys. In this video, I'm going to tell you guys reasons why guys just cannot be alone. And because guys cannot be alone, guys typically don't grow, they don't develop because they are spending their time, energy, and effort doing things that are not getting them better. Instead, they are wasting their time outside wanting to be with people that God has not called out for them. And simply put, because you fear by not fitting into the group, because you fear that if nobody likes you or whatever the case may be, or if you're not outside bumping elbows with everybody, then you fear that because you feel like there's going to be some sort of detrimental impact to you, okay? This is the main reason as to why guys can't get in the gym, all right? Is because nobody wants to go to the gym with them. Not their friends, not their girlfriends, nobody. They realize that this is going to be, it's going to require time where they will have to go out, do something while everybody else is doing something. And they fear that if they're not part of the group, that it'll be something detrimental to them. Therefore, they just choose to do what everybody else is doing, live ordinary, average day lives, pathetic lives, not tapping into their true highest potential, all because they fear not being a part of the group. They fear being forgotten. They fear all of these things, and because that fear is so great, it cripples them from not being able to initiate movement towards getting the physique of their dreams. Okay, I wrote some notes down, guys, as to how crazy this is, but like I said, man, a lot of guys wanting to be a part of the group, fearing being alone, and it's because being alone for some reason is being associated with darkness. All right, because you're a social creature, and because your ancestors needed people in order for them to live, like back in the caveman era days or whatever the case may be. Back then, there was farmers, there was gatherers, there was different people that had different skill sets for different roles and whatnot, and people depended on other people. You know what I'm saying? And what you had to do was make sure that you were living a life that can be accepted by the group, accepted socially. And so, what did you have to do? You have to portray yourself or operate in a way that's not going to anger people, even when it is conflicting with who you are. So many people have faced those dilemmas where this is who I am. This is what I think it should be right, or this is what I think should be done. But I don't want anybody in the group to cast me out, or to not hang out with me, or to not text me back, or anything like that. So let me just go ahead and just act in a way where I can keep it cordial, keep it peaceful, not start any conflict, not starting any confrontations. Let me go ahead and become something that I'm not, act like something that I'm not, all just on the benefits or on the hopes of still being a part of this group. All right, I'm gonna tell you guys the downsides of doing shit like that, bro, and how it's actually gonna leave you in a worse position than just going out and being on your own. Okay, all right, when you're desperate to want to be in a group, okay, when you're desperate, usually you don't make great decisions. When you're desperate, you'll take whatever that you can get. All right, if you're desperate to have a girlfriend, you're desperate to have friends, you'll pick any friends, you'll pick anybody to be your girlfriend. The quality aspect goes out the window when you're desperate. All right, and if it's so hardwired into your brain to the point to where it's like, oh, I need a girlfriend because that's the only way that I'll feel normal, or I need friends, or I need these people to like me because that's the only way I'll feel normal. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're just going to become an enemy of yourself. You're not going to be who you are. You're going to be doing a bunch of shit to make other people happy. You're not going to be living life on your terms. And because you would have made an ally, you would have ensured to be an ally of everybody, you would have made an enemy of yourself. You would have hated who you would have became. And it's all because you were so desperate. All right. Because you're desperate, you choose the wrong group. You choose the people that you deem as necessary to satisfy, and then all in all, you find out that this was the wrong group all along. All right, you picked this girl to be your girlfriend because you just wanted a girlfriend so bad. You just needed to be a guy that was, you know what I'm saying, had a girl. And this girl, she wanted you for the same exact reason. Yeah, I don't know if I want to be with this guy, but I'm gonna be with him just for the sake of having a boyfriend. All right. The reason why I'm saying that you guys are just picking each other just out of the sake of being socially accepted, is because you guys would tell each other that you love each other, shit like that, and then behind each other's back, you guys would go do some of the most outlandish, most degenerate shit to each other. You get what I'm saying? You guys heard, men and women. What type of person can say, "Yeah, I love you, baby. There's nobody I want except for you," and then when you guys aren't together, she's fucking your best friend, or he's fucking your best friend? You get what I'm saying? The person that says they love you the most, bro, will snake you, gang. When you don't pick the right group, when you're so desperate where you'll just pick everything. And then you always, God, why? God, why? God, why? God told you not to do that shit. He showed you every single symbol and sign and every single reason as to why you should not want to be with this group. This group was only going to this is going to be the crazy thing. I just thought of something. Out of fear of being alone, you will pick anybody to associate with. And then when you pick those people to associate with, and when they do you dirty because they don't give a fuck about you, because the reason why you're just hanging with you guys really don't like each other. You're just hanging with each other because society tells you that you need to be with each other. And because you guys are in the same circle, you guys may work together or you just know each other from school. And for some reason, like, everybody has in their mindset to where, well, yeah, he's been my friend for 20 years, so he's just going to continue to be my friend, thinking that just because, just goofy shit, bro. And it's so crazy because your friend of 20 years, you'll tell yourself, oh yeah, 20 years or 30, we've been together this long, so therefore they'll never do me dirty or something like that. That's when it's going to hurt the most. God is going to show you symbols and signs as to why you should move on. But when you choose not to, all just based on what you think should be done, based on like, oh, how would other people perceive me if I was to, be alone? Or how would people perceive me if I didn't have her, if I wasn't, like, people would forget about me. People would da 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 da. So what do? You pick a group, you pick a partner, you pick somebody to do life with that doesn't really have your best interests at heart. You're just picking them based on proximity, just because you know them, just because you work with them, just because you went to school with them, just because y'all families just always known each other. So y'all picked it, but none of it means that y'all are obligated to loyalty to each other. So you guys are hanging out with these people. And then it's going to be so sad when you find out that they really never fucked with you, bro. When you decided to be with that girl and then she fucked somebody behind your back. When you was hanging out with your homies and then you find out he fucked your girl, bro. And then you would kind of like sit there and be like, how did this happen? How? Bro, the symbols and signs were there, bro. God was showing you these are not the niggas that I have called for you to be around. This is not the chick that I have called for you to do life with. Why are you choosing these people? Because out of fear. You didn't have faith in the Most High's plan. And because you didn't have faith in the Most High's plan, you were consumed by your fear. And so your fear told you, your ego told you, because that's what you were moved by. You were being guided by your ego. Your ego was telling you, oh, bro, we got to be a part of the group. We got to have a girlfriend. We got to have friends, bro, because if we don't, bro, we're going to be lame. Your ego needs external validation in order for you to feel good about yourself, okay? The reason why you needed to be with that girl is in order for you to feel good about yourself. And when I mean by you, I mean specifically your ego. Your ego starves whenever it doesn't get external validation. The only way that your ego will believe in who he is whenever he can fucking see the external validation to prove it, okay? Think of Donald Trump. Donald Trump completely led by his ego, bro. You want to know how I can tell? He will only feel like he's the guy if people see him. He does things to be seen. He does things to get recognition. Why? It's because he will only believe that he is a winner if he's that guy, if he sees it in the external. When he sees shit that has his name on it. When he sees people come up to events that are made in his honor or made in his name. He wants that shit because that right there is going to make his ego feels good. All right, you are the same exact way, my friend. Your ego is saying, nah, bro, we gotta have a girlfriend, bro. I gotta be with friends, bro. I can't be alone, bro. I gotta be with people, bro. Now, if you ain't with people, bro, then we gonna be lame, da-da-da-da-do. And therefore, what does it lead you to? It leads you down a path where you just be doing a whole bunch of goofy shit, bro. Be choosing and making a bunch of horrible decisions. Horrible decisions, bro. When you've seen all the symbols and signs and how you should act and how you should move, bro, You choose not to do those things because your ego is scared, bro. Your ego tells me, man, if these people don't see me or if I don't get the recognition or anything, then I'm just gonna be a loser, bro. Nobody can, bro. I don't even got I don't got no social media game. You will only be able to find me on this shit and LinkedIn, bro. You will only see me on these two things, bro. These two platforms, bro. These are the two platforms. Mainly this one is the only one I give a fuck about is YouTube, bro. You get what I'm saying? This is all I care about. I don't need to get attention. I don't care to be seen. I know who I am. I don't need anybody to prove to me that I am. I don't, bro. I haven't had a girlfriend in 3 years, gang. Bro, I've shown up to so many functions, so many places, but just solo dolo, do not giving a fuck, bro. Seeing everybody else coupled up, going on vacations and seeing everybody else coupled up. I'm the only single dude. Don't give a fuck, bro. I'm out here chilling, bro. I'm out here chilling, bro. I'm not desperate for energy because, bro, I'm not desperate for social validation or anything like that because people will fucking use you, gang. They'll use you. Humans, our species, bro, we're fucked up, gang. We fucked up, bro. Like people are they'll deceive you, bro. That's what I was talking about. Like, what type of relationships are so crazy because how can you be in a relationship with somebody, say that you love them, and I'm not trying I've done this before too, bro. Where well not in this case, but I'm gonna tell y'all a quick story, bro, of how down bad I was, bro. I knew when I got my first ever girlfriend, bro. Looking back now, bro, she wasn't fucking with me, man. I wasn't her cup of tea like that. There was so many better options and better guys. This is her mind, by the way, that I know she was thinking. I know there was so many other guys that she would rather be with, but why did she pick me? Because she settled. This was back when I was cooked, bro. Before I started working out, anything, I'm just talking like cooked, gang. I probably had to show y'all a picture of some shit like that just to prove y'all how cooked I was. But this girl, she was like, I guess I'll take him. Why? Is because she settled. She needs the social validation. She needs the social acceptance. She was like, I want a boyfriend. I want to do stuff with, even though this is not the typical guy the ideal guy who I want. I'm still lusting and yearning for these other guys and these guys who I prefer to. But if this is the one that I can get, I'll go ahead and take him. Why? Because I don't want to be alone. So me and her, we both are saying, hey, we don't want to be alone. We're scared to be alone. So let's go ahead. Let's be with each other. And we tell each other all the things that couples normally do. Oh, I love you, baby. I did this. I did that. All things just to make our egos feel good, to make it seem like, oh, man, well, I must be an okay person because, look, I pulled a girl. Oh, I must be an okay person because, look, I got a boyfriend, okay? These are external things that the ego needs to kind of prove to themselves that, hey, we are a person of adequacy. We are actually a person that's actually worthy because if we weren't, we wouldn't be able to get a girlfriend. We wouldn't be able to have friends. That's what you guys think, bro. Is that you think unless you guys get friends or you guys have girlfriends and this and that, you'll feel inadequate. You'll feel less than. You'll feel like you're not worthy. You feel like a loser, bro. And that's not the truth. But that's what we tell ourselves because it's hardwired into our brain to where we need to be with the group. We need to be socially accepted. We need to be liked by others. Therefore, we should care about what other people think. Therefore, we're going to live our life to not necessarily impress ourselves or to live life on our terms, but to live life to ensure that people think positively about ourselves, okay? So this is what we do. We get together, we're hanging, and we're doing all the things, and then, you know what I'm saying, I go on her phone, bro, and I'm seeing she talking to other guys and sending heart emojis. She's sending them shit that she don't even send me, bro. I'm like, dang, bro, you ain't never lusted or you ain't never, you know what I'm saying, you saying you want to do what? You ain't never said you want to do that. Well, we ain't what? You know what I'm saying? This is, man, give me some grace, bro. This was back when I was 17, gang. Bro, insecure, introvert. And let me go ahead and tell y'all boys, yes, cooked, bro. So yeah, desperate for this girl to be with me. Despite seeing all that goofy shit on her phone about how she really felt about me, how she really didn't have respect for me, how she really didn't but when she was by herself, she didn't really have any respect or integrity for my relationship, bro. I should have been like, this ain't the woman for me because she's showing me her true self. People, you will see exactly if a person is loyal when they get an opportunity not to be loyal. That's the only time you will really see if your person is loyal is whenever they got the opportunity to not be loyal. And boy, oh boy, my chick was never loyal, boy. She was constantly bad. She was out there in them streets, boy. But you want to know something? Even though I found out all that goofy shit, my goofy ass still decided to be with her. Yep, knowing damn well she ain't fucking with me. But why? It's because my ego had been bruised. My ego needed to feel better. I needed somebody to accept me, somebody to not make me feel inadequate because that shit made me feel inadequate. Her leaving, her walking out my life, bro. I'm gonna be a loser, bro. I need her. I need her. I need her. So I continue to be with her, and of course, yeah, it gets worse. Yeah, of course, I find more shit, and it just doesn't work. I remember saying, "Well, okay, let's get back together," and then I'll never forget when she was like, I'll never forget, bro. We had started college. It was that first year, bro. After a month, she was like, we're gonna go ahead and break up. I don't want to do this anymore." And then me just being sick because I knew deep down, I was like, bro, my bitch about to be getting hit, bro. She about to be outside just getting hit, bro. Dude's about to be running through my girl, bro, and I'm gonna be so sad, man. I was gonna be so sad. I was tight, bro. And it's crazy because that was a year later after I knew what type of person she was, and just me just wanting to be in denial because I'm so desperate to be accepted, so desperate to have this girl because of what it means to me, what it means to my ego. Therefore, I continue to pick the wrong girl, and because I picked the wrong girl, it just led down to more heartbreak, more, more just not like just bad, gang, just really, really bad. And then instead of me just saying, "Oh, I'm gonna walk out this way" and stuff, while in the midst of us being together, bro, I lowered my standard for myself. I was like, well, shit, since she cheated on me, well, I'm gonna cheat back. Then you know what I'm saying? Make it even, Steven. You know what I'm saying? I guess I got a free pass instead of just, you know what I'm saying, be like, yo, why am I choosing to be with somebody who had the decent or had the gall to go out there and do that? You clearly don't have respect for the relationship, but me knowing that she doesn't have respect for the relationship, me, I'm deciding, okay, well, I guess I don't have respect for the relationship either. And despite me not having respect for the relationship, we're still going to choose to do it together, all just because we fear being alone. And because I told her, because I wanted to hurt her ego the same way she hurt me, we got two people that are just hurting each other and making their lives miserable, all because they wanted to be socially accepted and wanted to be part of the group. And therefore, puts them in a worse position than when they started. That is what we do as humans. That is the cycle that you must break, my friend. You have to realize your role in all of this and the decision makings, and you have to pay attention to the symbols and signs, bro. There is definitely a divine power, bro. I believe in the Most High for sure, bro. There's been too many coincidences. There's been too many symbols and signs, shit that I just been looking at and being like, dang, what are the odds of that happening? And dang, I see it now. I see why I did, bro. I see how everything plays out, bro. There is definitely a divine power that has a hand on all this, gang. If you want to say no, okay, cool. All right, cool. But I know once I've recognized that and I said, you know what, let me pay attention to these symbols and signs. Let me not let fear conquer me. Let me trust the Most High, trust Him guiding me, and not associating a loss with, something that's bad, but associating that loss with me getting closer to where I'm supposed to be. You get what I'm saying? You see, you're fearing being alone when all actuality, there's nothing to fear being alone. There's no reason to fear being alone. I've been alone. There's nothing to fear about being alone. You'll live, gang. You'll be all right, bro. Who gives a fuck about what anybody thinks about you? That's the problem. You care too much about what people think, gang. You care that, oh, what are they going to think if I'm by myself? Who gives a fuck? What do you need to be the best version of yourself, gang? What do you need in order for you to feel good about yourself? What do you want to do, bro? How do you want to live your life? If you don't want to live your life on your own terms, bro, and you want to live your life dedicated towards other people, bro, then that's just you wasting your life, and you stupid as fuck for doing that, gang. Being performative, being performative, doing things just to be socially accepted, caring about what people think, bro, it's only going to lead you to a path of chaos and destruction. What you really should be thinking about is what the Most High thinks, gang, how He views you. And you'll know, bro, when you get alone by yourself, bro, when you get away from all that goofy shit and all that noise and stuff like that, gang, you'll be able to be by yourself. You'll be able to hear the Most High talking to you and actually tell you why things are the way it is, and you'll be able to see more clearly now. All right? So that's why it's so crazy, bro, because I'm about to end the video, but I just want to give you guys an example, okay? Because I fear being alone, I chose to be around with this goofy girl. And I don't even want to call her a goofy. I just want to say, hey, we were just two immature people that just wasn't aligned to be with each other. You know what I'm saying? I did the same shit. she's just doing it because why? Is because she wanted to be socially accepted, socially validated. So she chooses a boyfriend that she really doesn't want to be with. And when she has that her chance to get with somebody that who she really wants to get with, she doesn't have a respect for the man that she chose. So much so to the point to where she could tell him that she loves him. She could tell him that, and then go behind his back and do the most outlandish shit, knowing that it'll fucking hurt him, knowing it'll fucking kill him. Like, not kill him, but like you gotta make him feel really bad. You get what I'm saying? That's the only best way I can describe it. And this is not the reason why I'm making this channel is because I'm catered towards women. This is not I'm not here to like bash women or anything like that, bro. I don't hate women. Don't get it twisted, bro. I don't hate women. Like, men do fucked up shit too, gang. And I'm mainly on this channel because I'm really over here trying to wake men up and like get them to like, you know what I'm saying, be better men. Because like what the fuck we got going on in society is just ass, gang. It's just ass. We got so many men that are just truly not becoming the best version of themselves, all because they care about what people think, gang. You missed out on your whole life. You didn't get to maximize your potential because it was going to require you to go be alone. And because it was going to require you to go be alone, you feared being alone because you feared what it meant. You feared that, oh, if I go alone, then people aren't going to think about me and shit like that. You think shit like that is important. I don't want people to forget about me. Nigga, did you forget about you? I mean, if people forget about you, so fucking what? Like, if people forget about you, does that mean you're gonna die or something? Or are you just gonna, like, who cares, bro? Ask yourself, if somebody can forget about me, bro, is that somebody who I really care about or I really want to dedicate my life towards? Yeah, if I go out and I go do my own thing, yeah, this person might forget about me. That sounds like the person that probably shouldn't be fucking with, that you probably shouldn't be fucking with, bro. It's so simple to me, gang. And it's because I got this cold physique, bro. Whenever I was forced to be alone, when I had no other option, when my girl told me, nah, nigga, we done. Like, you ain't got no option. We done. That was basically the Most High saying, nigga, you're done. You're done dealing with this goofy chick, bro. You're done hanging out with these people, bro. It's time for you to fucking be alone. Because I got some real shit good. I got something good cooking for your ass. If you just fucking, like, all you got to do is just let go of this goofy shit. And you just realize that I got some shit over here that's way better, game. That's what the Most High told me. And he was like, nah, bro, he ain't gonna get it. He got no option to. I could have been the nigga to my girl say, no, but there's some cases where some people get so, babe, I don't want to be with you. And the nigga calls me like, no, we gonna be together. No, 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 no. Just being completely dying. It's like, bro, you really want to be with a girl that doesn't want to be with you? That's crazy. The girl says she does not want to be with you. The girl said she does not want to be with you. But this is the person that you want to be with? It's because out of fear. Needing to be socially accepted. You love this girl too, probably. Got a lot of feelings and most invested into it. Don't get me wrong. It's complex. There's a lot that goes into it. But at the end of the day, you just look at it for what it is, bro. Somebody, like the Most High said, bro, this ain't for you. Time to move on. So if it's time to move on, there's some things that you can learn from the experience, some things that made you a better person, but it's time to move on to the next mission. It's time to move on to the next chapter, all right? It's time to continue to move on, all right? Move on, because when I was in that process of moving on, I said, well, shit, normally I would hang out with my girlfriend at this time. Well, I ain't got no girlfriend. Nigga, I was forced to be alone. So you want to know what I said? Well, shit, I can't just sit in here with my thoughts. I just can't sit in here by myself. I got to go do something. You know what I'm saying? What's the one thing that I can do that by myself and it can be socially acceptable? Oh, I can go work out. See, that's the thing, bro. You niggas out there that's scared to be alone, bro, you got to just start doing shit that where it's just socially acceptable to be alone at. Going to the gym, being by yourself is normal, bro. Most people go to the gym by yourself. So if you worried, oh, I'm worried about if people see me and they see me by myself, bro, just do shit that solo dolo people do, bro. I go to the gym. So I was going to the gym when I was alone, which battled that time where I'm sitting here focused on the weights and I'm focusing on pushing shit, bro. I'm not thinking about that negative shit. I'm not thinking about going back to that goofy shit. I'm cool being alone because I'm over here working. I'm keeping my mind occupied, which is exactly the whole point of this video. You can really only truly elevate you can elevate with people, bro. You can have people. I'm not telling you gotta live your life in solitude. Definitely have time for friends and family, and like if you're in a relationship, definitely but like truly, bro, from my experience, bro, I've like jumped tears whenever I was alone. And so like I've been alone for quite, like, this is probably like, I can't even remember how long I've been, but I've been kind of like in this season of solitude probably for about where I started living life, where I was just like, you know what, I'm not gonna be going out and stuff for probably like 3 years, where I stopped like doing shit that I just didn't want to do, all for the sake of being around people. But especially like the last year, bro, if I had any sort of resistance to wanting to go do something, I just simply just didn't go do it. And the reason why, bro, is because I realized that when I'm alone, bro, I can continue to elevate. And when you elevate, bro, this is what's going to happen. You're going to have infinite options. Essentially, I said in this past videos that when you become colder, you become a guy that you've always wanted to be, bro. You know what I'm saying? You become that dragon that everybody wants to be around. You know what I'm saying? Bro, everybody, there's going to be so much better quality people. Once you become locked in, who do you think you're going to attract? Who do you think you're going to be spiritually aligned with? You're going to be locked in with locked in people. You guys see how I was desperate for wanting to be socially accepted by the group? What a coincidence that I was also with, I was in a group, or I was in a relationship with a woman who was for the same thing. We want something, we're just settling for this, all just so we can be socially accepted. But in all actuality, we want bigger and better. That's the only reason why she cheated. That's the only reason why I cheated back. You get what I'm saying? So, so where you actually want to attract and be with better quality people, and you realize that, hey man, in this case, I'm just settling in life. I'm settling for this relationship. I'm settling for this friend group. You settling for that because you know you want better. The only way that you can get better is when you become better. That's the only way that you can actually be with that partner that you actually are like, dang, I actually like this person. Or that's when you can finally be with those friends where it's just like, damn, I can be myself. I don't gotta act like something that I'm not. You get what I'm saying? You can then move into that area. All right, because you're going to attract higher quality people once you become a higher quality individual. All right, so that's why you need to go in solitude and you need to go ghost, because one, the reason as to why you're staying with these people out of fear of being alone, bro, it's only gonna fucking hurt you in the long run. God has probably shown you multiple symbols, multiple signs, and reasons as to why you probably should move on. In my case, bro, I saw, bro, the most vivid sign as possible, bro. I look at my girl's phone, she texting other niggas crazy shit, like some shit that she don't even tell me, gang. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, you said that about him, and you really lying? And she over there, and me sitting there, my lame, bro. I'm like, you really meant this? She gonna be like, no, I didn't mean it, bro. She was texting by herself. She didn't know that was texting. That was her being her true, authentic self. That's who she was. Of course, she meant that shit, bro. She only saying she didn't mean it because she looking at you, she in your face. Another example of humans to see, no, babe, it wasn't like that. It wasn't, nigga. It was exactly like that. Why is it that she lying? Why is it? Why is it because she's saying, well, damn, I like having you in my back pocket and, you know, having you there whenever I need you to. It feels good for my ego. My ego feels real safe knowing that I don't have to be alone. Knowing that I can talk to this nigga, this nigga, this nigga, this nigga, and then still have this nigga in my back pocket. So that way, I don't have to be alone and I don't have to fear being alone. That's why people build up rosters, bro. It's the most evil, most wicked shit ever, bro. It's because you're doing something where you're not exercising integrity, bro. Does everybody know about your roster? Do people on the roster know that they're on a roster and that they're the fifth person on the roster or they're the third person? No. If the answer is no, then you're living a life where you're not upholding integrity. You're not living a life based on moral. You're living a selfish life, a life where you're just trying to satisfy your ego. And I'm gonna tell you something, bro. There is no satisfying the ego. So if you're thinking like, oh, I gotta have me a roster chick because that's the only way that I feel my most fulfilled or happiest, I'm telling you, it's not the case, bro. You're always gonna want more. You're always gonna want something bigger, better, better, whatever the case may be, bro. And your ego has told you a lie, telling you like, oh, you got to do this. A lot of guys, bro, I was doing this goofy ass shit, bro. I was thinking, bro, like my ego was telling me, bro, in order for me to fit in, bro, I got to fuck a whole bunch of girls, bro. Craziest shit ever, right? Yeah, in order for me to fit in, bro, I gotta fuck a bunch of girls, not be honest with them, and hope I don't get caught. And if that break their hearts, then, you know what I'm saying, that's just the game. You know, that just is what it is. What the fuck, bro? What? That is the craziest shit I've ever heard of, gang. there it goes though. It all stems for I gotta fit in. I gotta be part of the group. I gotta be part of the group. I gotta fit in, so I gotta do whatever the group does, even though it ain't right. Even though I really don't want to do this shit. I still gotta do it because I still gotta have my stories, and I still gotta come in and be able to say this is who I am or whatever the case may be, because I care about what these people think. Bro, this is what you need to do, gang. Go be alone. Like I just described in this video, bro, people are just wicked. And when you realize that, bro, you can really just sit back and be on like, bro, fuck these people, bro. Most of these people out here that I really want to impress, at the end of the day, they don't give a fuck about me. And if I really needed them to help me, they just sit there and just stare at me and just be like, fuck him, I don't give a fuck about him. And they'll probably snake me the first chance they get, as soon as, if it means that they can benefit from it, bro. If it can benefit, if my downfall can benefit from them, they'll ensure that it happens, bro. And when you realize that that's just how people are, bro, that's just is what it is, then you kind of like start changing up your approach. You stop having expectations out of people. Instead, you start having expectations out of yourself, to hold yourself to a certain standard and to being the person that you've always wanted to be, and realizing that, bro, I'm not trying to live my life how they want me to. I'm not trying to live my life how they to impress these people, bro. Instead, I'm gonna just live my life on my terms, and whoever comes to me, whoever the Most High sends to me, bro, those are the people that are meant for me. I'm gonna trust the Most High in this process, and I'm not gonna try to let fear control me into picking somebody just all out of fear of not being liked, or fear that somebody's gonna be thinking a certain type of way, or I'm not gonna be socially accepted by the group, bro. It just is what it is, bro. That's just how you gotta go, bro. That's just how you gotta move, man. It ain't nothing wrong with it, bro. Fuck what these niggas talking about. Fuck what these chicks out here is talking about, bro. I don't want to hear the goofy shit, gang. I'm trying to be at peace. I'm not trying to be in the drama. I'm not trying to be in chaos. I want to wake up every single day with a fucking smile on my face. I want to sip my coffee. I want to drink my green tea. I want to go work out. I want to eat my food. I want to watch my anime. I want to play my video games. And I want to be around people that fuck with those things too, bro. And if people are saying, oh, well, Josh, that's lame, then nigga, I'm not fucking with you either, bro. It is what it is. Those things right there, they bring me peace. That brings me the most happiest and the most joy. Now, if you want to rock with me, rock with me. But if you don't, cool, keep it moving. But I'm still me, bro. The reason why I can stay alone, bro, is because I've just went ahead to just saying, you know what, bro. I've just started looking at things the way that the Most High looks at them, bro. When you get around you, when you get away from the goofy shit, bro, you can really start to see what it is, bro. And I'm just letting y'all know, man, it's 10 times better on this side, bro. It's 10 times better, bro. So go ahead, let's lock in and, like, you know what I'm saying, fuck what these folks talking about, like I said.